Hello friends, welcome back to Biotech Simplified. In this video, we will discuss about another interesting topic which is genotype. Earlier, I have done a video on phenotype. If you haven't watched the video, please do watch it. I will provide the link in the description box. Genotype is being used in the study of genetics. That is, it is being used to refer the genetic composition of an individual consisting of heritable genes. So, a particular gene has two alleles. So, the two alleles is referred to as genotype. So, genotype also refers to the two alleles that is inherited for a particular gene. So let's take an example and explain you what is genotype. So let's take an example as a flower color. So a flower color is due to a particular gene. So this particular gene has two alleles. That is, you can see here, they are two alleles responsible for a flower color. That is, for a purple color, it is either a capital B and a capital B, or a capital B and a small b. Or for a white color, it is a small b and a small b. So these are referred to as genotype. That is, the two alleles that gives a flower a particular color is known as genotype here. So you have to keep in mind that a particular gene, that is, one gene will have two alleles. As you have seen in the earlier diagram, genotypes are being represented using alphabets. That is, for example, as we have discussed earlier, a capital B and a small b. Here, the capital B refers to the dominant allele and the small b refers to the recessive allele. That is, in this diagram, the capital B and the capital B give rise to the purple color, whereas the capital B and the small b also give rise to purple color. Whereas, in the case of small b and small b, it gives rise to a white color. So here we can see that capital B is dominant over small b. That is, small b here is recessive. So if there is a presence of a dominant allele, the expression in the offspring is governed by the dominant allele. That is, here capital B give rise to purple allele, whereas small b give rise to white allele. So here capital B is dominant over white allele. Thereby, the offspring is always purple in color when it has an allele capital B and small b. So now let us explain another example, that is wing color. For example, if a wing color is of two types, that is dark as well as light, then these two variations, that is dark and light, occurs due to the change in the genetic makeup. So as we discussed earlier, a particular gene has two alleles, and if the two alleles are in the dominant form, then they are dark in color, and if the two alleles is in the recessive form, then it gives rise to a light color. If one allele is dominant, whereas the other allele is recessive, then also it is dark in color, and this is because the dominance is shown here. That is, one allele is dominant over the other allele. So let's take one more last example, that is eye color. So eye color, for example, it is of two types, that is a brown color as well as a blue color. So the brown color occurs when the alleles are in dominant form, whereas the blue color occurs when the alleles are in recessive form. So it is also brown in color when one allele is dominant and the other allele is recessive. So, the gene is responsible for, that is, the genetic makeup is responsible for genotypes, whereas the characteristic, that is, observable characteristics, are responsible for the phenotypes. So now let us conclude this topic with the difference between genotypes and phenotypes. This I have discussed it earlier, but just a conclusion. Genotype is the genetic makeup of an individual, whereas phenotype is the observable characteristics in an individual. That is, phenotype is due to the interaction of genotypes with its environment. So, genotype is the genetic makeup of an organism, whereas phenotype is the physical traits. Hope this video was informative. For more such videos, do subscribe to our channel by Tech Simplified. If you like the channel, please like and share with your friends.